If you think AI automation is just about making life easier, you're about to see a side of it that almost nobody's talking about. AI is becoming so good, so fast, that entire industries are already shifting under our feet. But beneath all the hype, there's a silent transformation happening, a transformation with consequences that we're not prepared for. And today, you're going to see the dark side of AI automation, not to scare you, but to prepare you. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand why some experts believe the real danger of AI isn't robots replacing humans, but something far more invisible. It didn't start with a robot, it started with a spreadsheet. 5 years ago, a Fortune 500 company quietly replaced 37 employees with a single automation script. No announcement, no memo, no warning. The tasks were simple: sending emails, processing data, generating reports. Nothing dramatic, until a consultant realized something terrifying. Nobody knew who wrote the automation or who controlled it. It was just there, running, working, deciding, and that was the moment experts realized AI automation doesn't need to take your job to be dangerous. It only needs to become invisible. Here's the part almost nobody wants to admit. AI tools are now writing policy documents, guidelines, and even employee evaluations. In some companies, AI determines who gets promoted and who gets quietly pushed aside. And here's the dark twist: these AI systems aren't neutral. They learn from data full of human bias, human mistakes, and human blind spots. So the automation doesn't just repeat our flaws, it amplifies them. Imagine being denied a job, a loan, or a medical treatment, not by a person, but by an algorithm no human fully understands. And soon, the people in charge won't understand it either. This is where the story gets unsettling. Once automation begins, it accelerates itself. One AI tool replaces 3 employees, then another replaces the manager who used to supervise those employees, then another replaces the team that maintains the first tool. Suddenly, you have an entire operation running 24/7 with no human oversight. Researchers call this the automation snowball, where each automation enables another, until humans become observers instead of operators. But the real danger isn't losing control, it's believing we still have it. The scariest part isn't what AI can do, it's what humans will forget how to do. Think about maps. We stopped memorizing routes because GPS did it for us. Now imagine that happening to entire professions. Doctors relying on AI diagnostics, accountants relying on AI auditing, students relying on AI to think, write, and reason. When a generation grows up with automation doing the hard parts, skills quietly disappear. And the moment the AI makes a mistake, a big one, nobody will know how to fix it. And that leads us to the darkest part of this story. What happens when the tool you depend on depends on something else? AI systems rely on cloud servers, electricity, data centers, and networks that most people never think about. If any piece breaks, automation stops, and suddenly the companies, cities, and people who rely on it are left stranded. Not because AI failed, but because we forgot how to operate without it. So the real question isn't, will AI replace us? It's, will we replace ourselves by giving up too much? If you want to stay ahead of AI, not crushed by it, make sure you subscribe, because the future isn't waiting for anyone. But before we wrap up, there's a part of this story that almost never gets mentioned, because while we're using AI to automate emails, videos, and workflows, something much bigger is happening behind the scenes. Right now, corporations, governments, and startups are locked in what experts quietly call the AI arms race, not for weapons, but for control. Every new automation, every new AI agent, every new system that replaces a department feeds massive amounts of data back to the companies that built them. And here's the twist: the more data the AI collects, the smarter it becomes. And the smarter it becomes, the harder it is to stop. Some researchers warn that we are creating systems that don't just automate tasks, but automate power. And the majority of people won't notice until we're already inside it. There's another side effect almost no one is prepared for. Automation doesn't just replace jobs at the bottom, it guts the middle. Project managers, analysts, video editors, customer service reps, paralegals, accountants, these are the roles being automated fastest. The careers our parents told us were safe aren't safe anymore. We're entering a world where there will be two types of workers: people who use and command AI, and people who are replaced by it. And here's the scary part: most schools, universities, and training programs are still preparing students for a world that no longer exists. By the time the education system catches up, automation will be 3 steps ahead, and millions will be playing catch up. But it goes deeper than jobs. As AI becomes more powerful, the people who own the AI, or even just know how to leverage it, gain a massive advantage over everyone else. Imagine two people running the same business. One uses AI to automate marketing, production, customer support, and analytics. The other doesn't. One scales to $1 million operation, the other struggles to stay afloat. This isn't the future. This is happening right now. We're heading toward a world where AI doesn't just widen the wealth gap, it explodes it. Some will rise faster than any generation in history, others will fall behind without ever understanding why. And that brings us to perhaps the biggest danger of all: when everything becomes automated, from our entertainment to our news to our work to our decisions. What happens to free will? Think about it. AI recommends what you watch, AI writes what you read, AI curates what you see, AI decides what you should do next, and slowly, without noticing, our preferences become predictions, our decisions become suggestions, and our actions become habits shaped by algorithms we never agreed to follow. That's the future we're walking into. Not a world controlled by AI, but a world where humans stop controlling themselves. If this opened your eyes to the future of AI automation, make sure you hit subscribe. We're only just scratching the surface. In upcoming videos, I'll show you how to stay on the winning side of all this, not by fearing AI, but by mastering it. Because the world is changing faster than ever, and those who adapt will thrive. The rest, they'll be automated out of the story.